A kiss is often seen as a simple physical act, but in reality, it carries deep emotional meaning. When two people kiss, it is not just their lips touching, it is their feelings, trust, and connection meeting in one moment. Emotional connection is the foundation that makes a kiss powerful and unforgettable. Without emotion, a kiss can feel empty or routine. But when there is genuine care, affection, and understanding between two people, a kiss becomes something much more special. It becomes a silent way of saying, "I feel close to you, I trust you, and you matter to me." This emotional layer is what transforms a basic physical action into a meaningful experience. Emotional intimacy grows over time. It is built through conversations, shared experiences, laughter, vulnerability, and mutual support. When two people truly understand each other, they feel safe together. Safety is very important in emotional bonding. When you feel emotionally safe with someone, you can be yourself without fear of judgment. You can express your thoughts, your fears, and your dreams openly. This kind of openness creates a deep sense of closeness. When a kiss happens in this context, it feels warm and natural. It feels like a continuation of the emotional bond that has already been built. The human brain plays a powerful role in this experience. When there is genuine emotional connection, the brain releases a chemical called oxytocin. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone or the love hormone. It is released during moments of closeness, such as hugging, holding hands, and kissing. Oxytocin helps people feel attached and connected to each other. It creates feelings of comfort, trust, and security. This is why a kiss with someone you truly care about feels different from a kiss without emotional meaning. The presence of oxytocin strengthens the emotional experience and makes it feel more intense and memorable. Oxytocin also reduces stress. When two people share a kiss filled with genuine emotion, their bodies begin to relax. Heart rates may slow down, and tension in the body may decrease. The mind feels calmer. This happens because oxytocin and other positive chemicals in the brain help lower stress hormones like cortisol. In this way, a meaningful kiss is not just emotionally powerful, but also physically soothing. It creates a sense of peace and belonging. It reminds both partners that they are not alone. The depth of emotional understanding between partners makes a big difference in how a kiss feels. Emotional understanding means knowing your partner's feelings, moods, and needs. It means recognizing when they are happy, sad, tired, or excited. When you understand someone deeply, you respond to them with empathy and care. This emotional awareness adds richness to every interaction, including a kiss. For example, a soft, gentle kiss during a difficult moment can communicate comfort and support without any words. A playful kiss during a joyful moment can express shared happiness. In both cases, the kiss carries emotional meaning because it reflects what both partners are feeling inside. A kiss can also be a form of communication. Sometimes words are not enough to express emotions. A kiss can say, "I love you," "I forgive you," "I miss you," or "I am proud of you." When there is strong emotional intimacy, partners can understand these silent messages clearly. This understanding makes the kiss feel powerful and intimate. It becomes a shared language that only the two of them fully understand. This private emotional world strengthens their bond even more. Trust is another important part of emotional connection. Trust develops when partners are honest, reliable, and supportive. Without trust, emotional intimacy cannot grow. When trust is present, people feel comfortable being vulnerable. They can show their true selves, including their weaknesses and insecurities. A kiss shared in a space of trust feels safe and genuine. There is no fear or doubt, only closeness. This trust deepens the emotional experience and makes the kiss feel more meaningful. Emotional connection also involves attention and presence. When two people are truly present with each other, They are not distracted by phones, worries, or outside problems. They are focused on the moment and on each other. A kiss shared in full presence feels intense because both partners are emotionally available. They are not just going through a routine, they are fully experiencing the moment together. This presence strengthens the impact of the kiss and makes it feel alive and real. The memory of a meaningful kiss can last a long time. Because of the emotional depth and the release of bonding hormones, the brain stores the experience as something important. Later, simply thinking about that kiss can bring back feelings of warmth and happiness. This is why people often remember their first kiss with someone they truly loved. It was not just the physical act that made it unforgettable, it was the emotional connection behind it. In relationships, regular expressions of affection, including kissing, help maintain emotional closeness. When partners continue to share affectionate moments, they keep the bond strong. These small acts remind them of their connection and commitment. Over time, these moments build a history of shared affection. Each meaningful kiss becomes part of the relationship's story. It reflects growth, shared challenges, and shared joys. On the other hand, when emotional connection weakens, kisses may start to feel less meaningful. If partners stop communicating, stop listening, or stop spending quality time together, emotional intimacy can fade. Without that emotional foundation, a kiss may feel mechanical or distant. This shows how important emotional connection truly is. The physical act alone cannot create lasting intimacy. It needs emotional depth to give it meaning. Emotional intimacy also requires effort. It does not happen automatically. Partners must choose to listen to each other, support each other, and show appreciation. They must be willing to resolve conflicts with patience and respect. When both people invest in the relationship emotionally, their bond grows stronger. As the bond grows, every affectionate gesture, including a kiss, becomes more powerful. The kiss becomes a reflection of all the care and effort that has been shared. Another important factor is vulnerability. When you allow yourself to feel deeply and express those feelings openly, you create space for true intimacy. A kiss shared after a heartfelt conversation can feel incredibly meaningful because it represents openness and honesty. In that moment, both partners feel seen and understood. This feeling of being truly known by someone is one of the most powerful human experiences. It strengthens the emotional impact of a kiss even more. Emotional connection also builds anticipation and excitement. When partners feel deeply connected, even a simple touch can create a strong emotional response. The mind and heart are already engaged, so the physical gesture feels amplified. The kiss becomes the natural expression of the emotional energy that has been building between them. This is why emotional intimacy often makes physical affection feel more intense and satisfying. In long-term relationships, emotional connection continues to play a central role. As time passes, physical attraction may change, but emotional intimacy can grow deeper. Shared experiences, challenges, and achievements create a strong bond. A kiss between partners who have supported each other through difficult times carries a unique depth. It represents loyalty, resilience, and shared history. This kind of kiss feels meaningful because it is backed by years of emotional investment. In summary, a kiss is much more than a physical action. It is a reflection of emotional intimacy and connection. The brain's release of oxytocin during moments of genuine closeness strengthens the bond between partners and creates feelings of trust, comfort, and attachment. The deeper the emotional understanding between two people, the more meaningful and powerful their kiss becomes. Emotional connection transforms a simple touch into a profound experience. It turns a brief moment into a lasting memory. When partners nurture their emotional bond through trust, communication, vulnerability, and presence, their kisses naturally become more intimate and unforgettable. Ultimately, emotional connection is everything because it gives true meaning to physical affection and makes love feel real, safe, and deeply satisfying. Timing and context play a very important role in how a kiss feels and how it is experienced. A kiss is not just about two people coming close physically. It is also about the moment in which it happens. The same kiss can feel magical in one situation and ordinary or even uncomfortable in another. This shows that the environment, emotions, and mental state of both partners matter deeply. When a kiss happens at the right time, in the right setting, it can strengthen attraction and create a strong emotional memory. But when it happens at the wrong time or in a stressful situation, its impact can become weak or confusing. The right moment means a moment when both people feel emotionally connected and aware of each other. It is a moment when there is mutual interest, comfort, and understanding. For example, after sharing a deep conversation, laughing together, or enjoying a peaceful evening, a kiss can feel natural and meaningful. In such moments, both partners are emotionally open. Their hearts and minds are calm and connected. This emotional openness allows the kiss to feel intense and sincere. It becomes a natural expression of what they are already feeling inside. Attraction grows stronger when a kiss happens at a meaningful time. Imagine two people who have been slowly building tension through eye contact, smiles, and light touches. There is anticipation in the air. When the kiss finally happens, it feels exciting and powerful because it releases the emotional energy that has been building. Timing creates this buildup. Without anticipation, the kiss may feel rushed or flat. Good timing allows desire and emotional closeness to develop before the physical moment happens. On the other hand, stressful or distracted settings can reduce the impact of a kiss. If one or both partners are worried, tired, angry, or thinking about other problems, they may not fully experience the moment. The mind might be somewhere else. For example, if someone just had a difficult day at work and is still thinking about deadlines or arguments, their body may be present, but their thoughts are not. In this case, even a sweet kiss might not feel as powerful because the person is emotionally distracted. Stress activates hormones like cortisol, which can block feelings of relaxation and connection. This makes it harder to feel pleasure and closeness. Context also includes the physical environment. Romantic settings often make a kiss feel more special. Soft lighting, calm music, a beautiful view, or a quiet place can create a peaceful atmosphere. These elements help both people relax and focus on each other. When the surroundings feel safe and pleasant, it becomes easier to connect emotionally. A kiss shared under the stars during a sunset or in a quiet room can feel more intense because the environment supports the emotional mood. Playful contexts can also increase the effect of a kiss. Laughter and light teasing create positive energy between partners. When people are smiling and enjoying each other's company, they feel closer. A playful mood reduces tension and builds comfort. In this relaxed state, a kiss can feel spontaneous and joyful. It reflects the shared happiness of the moment. Playfulness also helps remove pressure. When there is no pressure or expectation, affection flows naturally. Psychological readiness is another key factor. Both partners should feel mentally and emotionally prepared for the kiss. This means they feel comfortable, willing, and present. If one person feels unsure, pressured, or emotionally distant, the kiss may not feel good for either of them. True, intimacy requires mutual readiness. When both people are ready, they are more receptive. They can fully enjoy the closeness without hesitation or fear. Psychological readiness creates safety, and safety allows desire to grow naturally. Being present in the moment is very important. Presence means focusing completely on what is happening right now. It means putting away distractions like phones, worries, or outside noise. When two people are fully present, they notice small details, the warmth of touch, the rhythm of breathing, the closeness of their partner. This awareness makes the kiss feel deeper and more real. Presence strengthens the emotional and physical connection. Comfort is closely connected to readiness. When both partners feel comfortable with each other, their bodies relax. Relaxation increases sensitivity and awareness. A relaxed person can respond more openly to affection. If someone feels nervous or uncomfortable, their body may become tense. Tension reduces enjoyment and connection. That is why trust and communication are important. When partners openly express their feelings and respect each other's boundaries, they create an environment where comfort can grow. Timing also involves understanding emotional signals. Paying attention to body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions helps partners recognize when the moment is right. For example, prolonged eye contact, gentle touches, or leaning closer can signal interest. These signals show emotional readiness. When one partner notices these signs and responds with care, the kiss feels natural and mutual. Ignoring these signals or forcing the moment can create discomfort and reduce attraction. Sometimes waiting for the right moment can make a kiss even more powerful. Anticipation builds desire. When two people feel the possibility of a kiss but do not rush into it, they create emotional tension. This tension increases excitement. When the kiss finally happens, it feels rewarding because it fulfills that anticipation. Good timing often involves patience. It means allowing feelings to grow before expressing them physically. Context can also include the stage of the relationship. In the early stages, timing is especially important because both partners are still learning about each other. A first kiss often becomes a strong memory because of the emotional buildup leading to it. If it happens too soon, before emotional comfort has developed, it may feel awkward. If it happens after meaningful connection has grown, it can feel magical. In long-term relationships, timing still matters. A surprise kiss during a quiet moment or after resolving a conflict can restore closeness and warmth. Stressful contexts such as public pressure or emotional conflict can weaken the experience of a kiss. For example, if two people are arguing or feeling hurt, a kiss may not solve the problem. Emotional tension needs to be resolved first. When conflicts are handled with communication and understanding and both partners feel calm again, then a kiss can feel healing and sincere. Timing in emotional situations requires sensitivity and empathy. The human brain responds differently depending on context. In relaxed and positive environments, the brain releases chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, which increase pleasure and bonding. In stressful environments, the brain focuses on protection and problem-solving instead of connection. This biological response explains why the same physical action can feel different depending on mood and surroundings. Emotional and psychological states directly influence physical experiences. Playful and romantic contexts also create shared memories. When a kiss happens during a joyful or meaningful event, it becomes connected to that memory. Later, thinking about that moment can bring back positive emotions. This strengthens the relationship over time. Timing allows the kiss to become part of a larger emotional story. Mutual understanding is essential for the right timing. Both partners should feel equally interested and comfortable. If one person feels rushed or unsure, the emotional balance is disturbed. Healthy relationships depend on respect and awareness. A kiss should never feel forced or expected. When it happens naturally and with mutual desire, it strengthens attraction and trust. In simple terms, timing and context shape how a kiss is experienced. The right moment, filled with comfort, presence, and emotional connection, amplifies attraction. Romantic or playful settings create a supportive environment for intimacy. Stressful or distracted situations reduce emotional impact because the mind and body are not fully available. Psychological readiness ensures that both partners can receive and enjoy the experience openly. When two people feel safe, relaxed, and connected, their kiss becomes more than just physical contact. It becomes a meaningful expression of shared emotion. Ultimately, timing and context matter because they influence how deeply two people can connect in a single moment. A kiss shared in the right atmosphere can strengthen love, increase attraction, and create lasting memories. It reflects emotional harmony between partners. When both individuals are comfortable, present, and emotionally aligned, the kiss becomes powerful and unforgettable. Subtle body language plays a powerful role in attraction and desire. Before a kiss ever happens, the body often speaks first. Nonverbal cues like eye contact, gentle touches, a soft smile, or leaning slightly closer can communicate interest without a single word being spoken. Human beings are naturally sensitive to body language. We notice small movements, facial expressions, and posture, even when we are not fully aware of it. These signals create anticipation and emotional tension. When used naturally and confidently, subtle body language makes a kiss feel organic, mutual, and irresistible rather than forced or unexpected. Eye contact is one of the strongest nonverbal signals of attraction. When two people hold eye contact a little longer than usual, it creates a silent connection. The eyes can express curiosity, warmth, and desire. Prolonged eye contact increases emotional intensity because it makes both people feel seen and understood. It slows down the moment. When someone looks at their partner's eyes and then briefly at their lips before looking back, it can signal interest in a kiss without saying anything directly. This builds anticipation. Anticipation increases excitement because it gives both partners time to emotionally prepare for what might happen next. Gentle touches are another important part of subtle body language. A light touch on the arm during conversation, brushing hands accidentally and letting them stay together for a moment, or placing a hand softly on someone's shoulder can create warmth and closeness. These touches release positive chemicals in the brain, such as oxytocin, which help people feel bonded and comfortable. When touch happens naturally and respectfully, it builds trust. Trust is essential for desire to grow. Small physical gestures can slowly increase the level of intimacy, making a kiss feel like the natural next step rather than a sudden action. Leaning in slightly during conversation is another non-verbal cue that signals interest. When someone moves a little closer, it reduces physical distance. This closeness increases awareness of each other's presence, the sound of breathing, the warmth of the body, even subtle facial expressions. Physical proximity often creates emotional closeness as well. When both people lean toward each other, it shows mutual engagement. This shared movement builds tension and excitement. It silently communicates, "I want to be near you." When the distance between two people decreases gradually, the transition into a kiss feels smooth and natural. Mirroring is a powerful, psychological technique that happens naturally between people who feel connected. Mirroring means subtly copying your partner's movements, tone, or posture. For example, if one person leans back and the other does the same, or if one crosses their legs and the other follows, it creates harmony. This synchronization builds rapport because it signals similarity and understanding. The brain often interprets mirrored behavior as a sign of compatibility. When two people move in rhythm with each other, their connection feels effortless. In such moments, a kiss feels like a shared experience rather than an individual action. Mirroring also reduces anxiety. When partners reflect each other's body language, they subconsciously communicate comfort and alignment. This alignment makes the interaction feel balanced. If one person moves closer and the other responds by moving closer too, it confirms mutual interest. This reduces uncertainty and increases confidence. Desire grows stronger when both people feel equally engaged. The kiss then becomes the natural result of growing closeness rather than a risky or uncertain step. Confidence in posture and approach is another key factor in enhancing desire. Confidence does not mean being aggressive or dominant. It means being comfortable in your own body and aware of your presence. Standing or sitting with good posture, shoulders relaxed, head upright, and movement steady, communicates self-assurance. Confidence is attractive because it suggests emotional stability and clarity. When someone approaches a kiss calmly and smoothly, it feels reassuring. Sudden or nervous movements can create discomfort, but relaxed and intentional actions build. Anticipation. A confident approach also shows emotional awareness. Moving slowly toward a kiss gives the other person time to respond. This slow movement increases tension in a positive way. Both partners can sense what is about to happen, which builds excitement. The pause just before a kiss often feels electric because of the anticipation created by body language. In that short moment, eye contact, breathing, and closeness combine to heighten desire. The body communicates what words do not need to say. Facial expressions are also part of subtle body language. A genuine smile creates warmth and safety. Slightly parted lips or soft expressions can signal openness. Raised eyebrows, relaxed eyes, and focused attention all communicate engagement. These small details shape how attraction feels. When facial expressions match the emotional mood, the interaction feels authentic. Authenticity strengthens desire because it builds trust. Tone of voice and breathing patterns also influence attraction. Speaking softly, slowing down speech, or lowering the voice slightly can create intimacy. Calm breathing signals relaxation. When two people unconsciously match each other's breathing rhythm, it creates emotional harmony. This synchronization increases connection. The body responds to rhythm naturally, and shared rhythm builds unity. When everything feels aligned, voice, movement, posture, the kiss becomes an extension of that harmony. Subtle body language also helps avoid pressure. When attraction grows through nonverbal signals, both people have the chance to respond gradually. This gradual build allows emotional readiness to develop. If one partner is not ready, they may step back slightly or break eye contact. Respecting these signals maintains comfort and trust. When both partners move closer at the same pace, desire feels mutual. Mutual desire is what makes a kiss feel truly irresistible. Silence can also enhance body language. In quiet moments, small gestures become more noticeable. A gentle touch in silence can feel more intense than in a noisy setting. Silence draws attention to breathing, eye contact, and closeness. It slows time and increases emotional awareness. In these calm moments, even the smallest movement can carry strong meaning. Subtle body language builds emotional tension before physical contact fully happens. This tension is not negative. It is a form of anticipation. Anticipation makes experiences more memorable. When two people gradually move from eye contact to touch to closeness, the emotional journey makes the final kiss feel satisfying. Skipping these steps can reduce the emotional build. The slow progression creates depth and intensity. Confidence also communicates attraction without words. When someone looks at their partner with steady eyes, stands tall, and moves with purpose, it signals clear interest. This clarity removes doubt. Uncertainty can weaken desire, but confident signals make feelings obvious while still being gentle. Balance is important. Confidence should always be paired with sensitivity and awareness. Cultural and personal differences also affect body language. Some people are naturally more expressive, while others are subtle. Paying attention to your partner's style helps build better rapport. If they are calm and reserved, matching their energy creates comfort. If they are playful and expressive, responding similarly builds excitement. This adaptability strengthens connection and makes attraction feel mutual. The power of subtle body language lies in its honesty. Words can sometimes hide feelings, but the body often reveals true emotion. When attraction is genuine, it shows in natural movements, eye contact, and posture. Trying too hard can feel unnatural. The most effective body language is relaxed and authentic. When two people genuinely enjoy each other's presence, their bodies naturally move closer. In long-term relationships, subtle body language remains important. Even after years together, small gestures like brushing fingers together, sharing meaningful eye contact, or leaning in during conversation keep attraction alive. These signals remind partners of their emotional connection. Desire does not only come from dramatic actions, it often grows from small, consistent gestures. In summary, subtle body language enhances desire by building anticipation, comfort, and emotional connection. Eye contact deepens intimacy. Gentle touches create warmth and trust. Leaning in reduces distance and signals interest. Mirroring movements builds rapport and harmony. Confident posture and a calm approach communicate attraction clearly and respectfully. When these nonverbal cues align, a kiss feels natural and irresistible. It becomes the final expression of a connection that has already been silently growing through shared glances, synchronized movements, and mutual awareness. Sensory details play a very important role in how a kiss feels and how the brain responds to it. A kiss is not only about emotions or physical closeness, it is also a full sensory experience. The senses, smell, taste, touch, and even sound work together to shape how enjoyable and meaningful the moment becomes. The human brain is deeply connected to the senses. When sensory experiences are pleasant and harmonious, they activate areas of the brain linked to pleasure, memory, and bonding. This is why certain kisses feel unforgettable. They are not only emotionally powerful, but also rich in positive sensory input. Smell is one of the strongest senses connected to memory and emotion. The brain processes scent in areas that are closely linked to feelings and past experiences. A pleasant natural scent or a light fragrance can strongly influence attraction. When someone smells good to us, it can increase comfort and draw us closer without us fully realizing why. During a kiss, being close enough to sense your partner's natural scent can create a feeling of intimacy. If the scent is pleasant and familiar, it increases relaxation and desire. The brain may release dopamine, a chemical linked to pleasure and reward. This positive reaction encourages the brain to associate the person with good feelings. Taste also plays a role in shaping the experience. The taste of lips, combined with subtle flavors like mint or sweetness, can make the moment more enjoyable. Taste works closely with smell, and together they enhance the brain's overall perception. When taste is pleasant, the brain receives positive reinforcement. This means the brain registers the experience as rewarding and satisfying. As a result, it may increase feelings of attraction and encourage future closeness. A simple detail, like fresh breath, can make a significant difference in how the kiss is remembered. Touch is perhaps the most powerful sensory element of a kiss. The lips are highly sensitive because they contain many nerve endings. When lips meet, these nerves send signals directly to the brain. The brain then releases chemicals such as dopamine and oxytocin. Dopamine creates feelings of excitement and pleasure, while oxytocin strengthens bonding and trust. The softness of lips, the warmth of skin, and the gentle pressure of touch all contribute to this sensory experience. When touch feels soft, responsive, and natural, it enhances comfort and emotional connection. The skin also responds to touch beyond just the lips. A hand resting gently on the waist, fingers brushing through hair, or a soft touch on the face can deepen the sensory impact. The body becomes more aware of closeness. This awareness increases emotional intensity. When touch is balanced and respectful, it builds anticipation and pleasure gradually. The brain responds positively when physical sensations are gentle and synchronized with emotional feelings. Sound can also influence the experience, even in subtle ways. Soft breathing, a quiet laugh, or whispered words can increase intimacy. Silence itself can heighten awareness of other senses. In a quiet moment, small sounds feel more intense. The brain becomes more focused on the present experience. This focus strengthens emotional impact. When sound, touch, smell, and taste all align in a pleasant way, the kiss feels complete and immersive. The brain works by connecting sensory input with emotional meaning. When all senses are engaged harmoniously, the brain processes the moment as special. For example, imagine a calm evening with soft lighting, a pleasant scent in the air, and gentle music playing. In this context, sensory elements combine to create a peaceful atmosphere. A kiss in this environment may feel deeper and more memorable because the brain connects multiple positive sensations at once. This layered experience increases dopamine levels and strengthens the memory of the moment. Dopamine plays a central role in pleasure and motivation. When dopamine is released during a kiss, it creates feelings of happiness and excitement. It also encourages the brain to want to repeat the experience. This is known as positive reinforcement. If a kiss feels good because of pleasant sensory details, the brain remembers it as rewarding. Later, thinking about that person may trigger similar positive emotions. This strengthens attraction over time. Harmony among the senses is important. If one sensory element feels unpleasant, such as an uncomfortable smell or rough touch, it can distract from the experience. The brain may focus on the discomfort instead of the pleasure. This reduces dopamine release and weakens emotional impact. That is why attention to small details matters. Cleanliness, soft lips, and a calm environment can all contribute to a more enjoyable and memorable kiss. Emotional connection and sensory experience are closely linked. When someone feels emotionally safe and attracted, their senses become more responsive. The brain becomes more open to pleasure. Relaxation increases sensitivity to touch and smell. Stress, on the other hand, can reduce sensory enjoyment. When the mind is distracted or tense, it is harder to fully experience physical sensations. This shows how psychological state influences sensory pleasure. The combination of emotional intimacy and positive sensory input creates a powerful effect. For example, if two people already share deep trust and affection, a gentle kiss can feel amplified because both their emotions and senses are engaged. The brain receives signals from both the heart and the body. This dual activation makes the moment feel meaningful and exciting at the same time. Memory is also shaped by sensory details. The brain often stores strong memories with sensory cues. A particular scent or taste can later remind someone of a special kiss. This happens because sensory information is closely connected to memory centers in the brain. When all senses are engaged in harmony, the memory becomes richer and more vivid. Even years later, a similar scent or environment might bring back feelings from that moment. Physical chemistry between partners can also influence sensory response. Everyone has a unique natural scent. Sometimes, two people feel naturally drawn to each other's scent. This biological compatibility can increase attraction. The brain interprets pleasant natural scent as a positive signal. While this process often happens unconsciously, it plays a real role in desire and bonding. Softness and gentleness are often key to enhancing sensory pleasure. Rough or rushed movements may feel overwhelming or uncomfortable. Slow and mindful actions allow the brain time to process each sensation. This increases awareness and enjoyment. Gradual buildup enhances dopamine release and emotional connection. Patience in sensory experiences often leads to deeper pleasure. Engaging all senses does not mean overwhelming them. Balance is important. Too much strong perfume, loud noise, or intense movement can distract from intimacy. Harmony means that sensory details support the emotional mood rather than overpower it. A gentle fragrance, soft lighting, and calm touch work together naturally. When the environment and physical sensations align, the brain experiences unity and coherence. This unity strengthens pleasure. The psychological experience of a kiss is therefore not only about physical contact, it is about how the brain interprets the combination of sensory input and emotional meaning. When smell is pleasant, taste is fresh, touch is soft, and emotional connection is strong, the brain responds with positive chemicals. These chemicals reinforce attraction and deepen bonding. The kiss feels complete and satisfying because it engages the whole body and mind. In long-term relationships, sensory details remain important. Small efforts like maintaining freshness, creating comfortable environments, and staying attentive to touch can keep experiences feeling new and exciting. Sensory awareness shows care and respect. It signals that the moment matters. This attention strengthens emotional intimacy over time. In summary, sensory details strongly influence pleasure because they directly affect the brain's reward system. Smell, taste, touch, and sound work together to shape the experience of a kiss. Pleasant sensory input increases dopamine and oxytocin, creating positive reinforcement and deeper bonding. When all senses are engaged in harmony, the psychological impact of a kiss becomes amplified. It transforms from a simple physical action into a rich, memorable experience that connects both the body and the heart. Mindset and intention play a very powerful role in shaping how a kiss feels and how it is remembered. A kiss is not only about physical closeness, it is also about what is happening inside the mind and heart at that moment. When someone is fully present mentally, the experience becomes deeper and more meaningful. Being present means focusing completely on the person and the moment, without distractions. It means not thinking about work, problems, or outside noise. When the mind is calm and attentive, every small detail feels stronger. The warmth of the touch, the closeness of breath, and the emotional connection all become more intense. Presence turns a simple action into a powerful shared experience. Intention is equally important. Intention means the purpose or feeling behind the kiss. A kiss given with care feels different from one given without thought. When someone kisses with genuine affection, it communicates love and appreciation. When a kiss is filled with passion, it communicates strong desire and attraction. When it is playful, it communicates joy and lightness. The emotional meaning behind the kiss changes how the brain and body respond. The same physical action can feel completely different depending on the intention behind it. When a person is mentally present, the brain becomes more aware of sensory input. The nervous system responds more strongly because attention increases sensitivity. This is similar to how food tastes better when you eat slowly and focus on the flavors. In the same way, a kiss feels more impactful when you are truly focused on it. Being present allows you to notice small details, such as how your partner responds, how their breathing changes, and how their body moves closer. This awareness creates a deeper emotional bond. A caring intention triggers feelings of safety and trust. When someone feels that a kiss is given with kindness and respect, their body relaxes. Relaxation allows pleasure to increase. The brain may release oxytocin, which strengthens emotional connection. This bonding hormone creates warmth and comfort. A caring kiss often feels reassuring and supportive. It can communicate love without words. This emotional safety makes the moment more memorable. A passionate intention creates a different type of energy. Passion involves intensity and strong desire. When a kiss is given with passion, it often increases heart rate and releases dopamine, the chemical connected to pleasure and excitement. Dopamine creates a sense of reward. It makes the experience feel thrilling and energizing. Passionate intention signals strong attraction, and this mutual attraction can make the moment feel electric. The body and mind respond together, amplifying the experience. Playfulness adds another emotional layer. A playful kiss might happen after laughter or teasing. It feels light and joyful. Playfulness reduces pressure and anxiety. When people feel free to be playful, they relax and enjoy the moment more naturally. Joy increases positive emotional responses in the brain. The combination of lightness and affection can make the kiss feel spontaneous and memorable. The brain works by connecting sensory input with emotional meaning. When all senses are engaged harmoniously, the brain processes the moment as special. For example, imagine a calm evening with soft lighting, a pleasant scent in the air, and gentle music playing. In this context, sensory elements combine to create a peaceful atmosphere. A kiss in this environment may feel deeper and more memorable because the brain connects multiple positive sensations at once. This layered experience increases dopamine levels and strengthens the memory of the moment. Dopamine plays a central role in pleasure and motivation. When dopamine is released during a kiss, it creates feelings of happiness and excitement. It also encourages the brain to want to repeat the experience. This is known as positive reinforcement. If a kiss feels good because of pleasant sensory details, the brain remembers it as rewarding. Later, thinking about that person may trigger similar positive emotions. This strengthens attraction over time. Harmony among the senses is important. If one sensory element feels unpleasant, such as an uncomfortable smell or rough touch, it can distract from the experience. The brain may focus on the discomfort instead of the pleasure. This reduces dopamine release and weakens emotional impact. That is why attention to small details matters. Cleanliness, soft lips, and a calm environment can all contribute to a more enjoyable and memorable kiss. Emotional connection and sensory experience are closely linked. When someone feels emotionally safe and attracted, their senses become more responsive. The brain becomes more open to pleasure. Relaxation increases sensitivity to touch and smell. Stress, on the other hand, can reduce sensory enjoyment. When the mind is distracted or tense, it is harder to fully experience physical sensations. This shows how psychological state influences sensory pleasure. The combination of emotional intimacy and positive sensory input creates a powerful effect. For example, if two people already share deep trust and affection, a gentle kiss can feel amplified because both their emotions and senses are engaged. The brain receives signals from both the heart and the body. This dual activation makes the moment feel meaningful and exciting at the same time. Memory is also shaped by sensory details. The brain often stores strong memories with sensory cues. A particular scent or taste can later remind someone of a special kiss. This happens because sensory information is closely connected to memory centers in the brain. When all senses are engaged in harmony, the memory becomes richer and more vivid. Even years later, a similar scent or environment might bring back feelings from that moment. Physical chemistry between partners can also influence sensory response. Everyone has a unique natural scent. Sometimes, two people feel naturally drawn to each other's scent. This biological compatibility can increase attraction. The brain interprets pleasant natural scent as a positive signal. While this process often happens unconsciously, it plays a real role in desire and bonding. Softness and gentleness are often key to enhancing sensory pleasure. Rough or rushed movements may feel overwhelming or uncomfortable. Slow and mindful actions allow the brain time to process each sensation. This increases awareness and enjoyment. Gradual buildup enhances dopamine release and emotional connection. Patience in sensory experiences often leads to deeper pleasure. Engaging all senses does not mean overwhelming them. Balance is important. Too much strong perfume, loud noise, or intense movement can distract from intimacy. Harmony means that sensory details support the emotional mood rather than overpower it. A gentle fragrance, soft lighting, and calm touch work together naturally. When the environment and physical sensations align, the brain experiences unity and coherence. This unity strengthens pleasure. The psychological experience of a kiss is therefore not only about physical contact, it is about how the brain interprets the combination of sensory input and emotional meaning. When smell is pleasant, taste is fresh, touch is soft, and emotional connection is strong, the brain responds with positive chemicals. These chemicals reinforce attraction and deepen bonding. The kiss feels complete and satisfying because it engages the whole body and mind. In long-term relationships, sensory details remain important. Small efforts like maintaining freshness, creating comfortable environments, and staying attentive to touch can keep experiences feeling new and exciting. Sensory awareness shows care and respect. It signals that the moment matters. This attention strengthens emotional intimacy over time. In summary, sensory details strongly influence pleasure because they directly affect the brain's reward system. Smell, taste, touch, and sound work together to shape the experience of a kiss. Pleasant sensory input increases dopamine and oxytocin, creating positive reinforcement and deeper bonding. When all senses are engaged in harmony, the psychological impact of a kiss becomes amplified. It transforms from a simple physical action into a rich, memorable experience that connects both the body and the heart. Mindset and intention play a very powerful role in shaping how a kiss feels and how it is remembered. A kiss is not only about physical closeness, it is also about what is happening inside the mind and heart at that moment. When someone is fully present mentally, the experience becomes deeper and more meaningful. Being present means focusing completely on the person and the moment, without distractions. It means not thinking about work, problems, or outside noise. When the mind is calm and attentive, every small detail feels stronger. The warmth of the touch, the closeness of breath, and the emotional connection all become more intense. Presence turns a simple action into a powerful shared experience. Intention is equally important. Intention means the purpose or feeling behind the kiss. A kiss given with care feels different from one given without thought. When someone kisses with genuine affection, it communicates love and appreciation. When a kiss is filled with passion, it communicates strong desire and attraction. When it is playful, it communicates joy and lightness. The emotional meaning behind the kiss changes how the brain and body respond. The same physical action can feel completely different depending on the intention behind it. When a person is mentally present, the brain becomes more aware of sensory input. The nervous system responds more strongly because attention increases sensitivity. This is similar to how food tastes better when you eat slowly and focus on the flavors. In the same way, a kiss feels more impactful when you are truly focused on it. Being present allows you to notice small details, such as how your partner responds, how their breathing changes, and how their body moves closer. This awareness creates a deeper emotional bond. A caring intention triggers feelings of safety and trust. When someone feels that a kiss is given with kindness and respect, their body relaxes. Relaxation allows pleasure to increase. The brain may release oxytocin, which strengthens emotional connection. This bonding hormone creates warmth and comfort. A caring kiss often feels reassuring and supportive. It can communicate love without words. This emotional safety makes the moment more memorable. A passionate intention creates a different type of energy. Passion involves intensity and strong desire. When a kiss is given with passion, it often increases heart rate and releases dopamine, the chemical connected to pleasure and excitement. Dopamine creates a sense of reward. It makes the experience feel thrilling and energizing. Passionate intention signals strong attraction, and this mutual attraction can make the moment feel electric. The body and mind respond together, amplifying the experience. Playfulness adds another emotional layer. A playful kiss might happen after laughter or teasing. It feels light and joyful. Playfulness reduces pressure and anxiety. When people feel free to be playful, they relax and enjoy the moment more naturally. Joy increases positive emotional responses in the brain. The combination of lightness and affection can make the kiss feel spontaneous and memorable. Psychological. Anticipation also shapes the experience. Anticipation means expecting something with excitement. When two people feel growing attraction before a kiss, their minds begin to imagine what it will feel like. This mental buildup increases emotional intensity. The brain starts releasing dopamine even before the kiss happens. This creates a feeling of excitement and desire. The moment just before the kiss often feels powerful because anticipation has been building. That short pause, when both people know what might happen next, can feel almost magnetic. Mutual desire is essential for creating this magnetic effect. When both partners want the kiss equally, their energy aligns. This alignment creates harmony. The brain responds strongly to mutual signals. Eye contact, leaning closer, and synchronized movements all confirm shared interest. This confirmation reduces fear or doubt. When people feel chosen and desired, their emotional response becomes stronger. Mutual desire turns the kiss into a shared decision rather than a one-sided action. This shared intention deepens connection. Mindset also affects memory. The brain remembers moments that are emotionally intense and meaningful. When someone approaches a kiss with openness and genuine feeling, the emotional depth increases. Later, recalling that kiss can bring back the same warmth and excitement. If the mindset was distracted or uncertain, the memory may feel less vivid. This shows how important mental presence is for creating lasting impressions. Beliefs and expectations also shape mindset. If someone believes that a kiss is special and meaningful, they will approach it with more care and attention. Their body language and emotional energy will reflect that belief. If someone sees it as routine or unimportant, their energy may feel flat. The brain responds to emotional meaning. When the mind treats the moment as valuable, the body follows with stronger emotional and physiological reactions. Trust plays a role in shaping mindset as well. When both partners trust each other, they feel safe expressing emotion. Safety allows vulnerability. Vulnerability deepens intimacy. A kiss shared in a space of trust feels authentic and sincere. When there is no fear of judgment, people can fully engage emotionally. This emotional openness strengthens the impact of the experience. The connection between mind and body is very strong. Thoughts influence physical reactions. If someone feels excited and connected, their body responds with warmth and sensitivity. If someone feels anxious or distracted, their body may feel tense. Tension reduces pleasure because it limits relaxation. A calm and focused mindset supports positive physiological responses. The heart may beat faster in a pleasant way, breathing may deepen, and touch may feel more intense. Intention also influences how the kiss unfolds. Moving slowly and intentionally creates anticipation. Pausing briefly before closing the distance builds excitement. A rushed movement can reduce emotional buildup. Slow and mindful actions allow both partners to adjust and respond naturally. This shared rhythm strengthens connection. Emotional alignment enhances the magnetic effect. When both partners feel similar emotions at the same time, whether passion, affection, or playfulness, their connection feels effortless. This shared emotional state makes the kiss feel powerful and synchronized. It feels as though both minds and bodies are moving together in harmony. Mindfulness, which means being fully aware of the present moment, enhances intimacy. Mindfulness reduces mental noise and increases focus on sensations and feelings. When people practice mindfulness in relationships, they listen better, notice more, and respond with greater sensitivity. A mindful kiss feels immersive. It captures full attention and creates emotional depth. In long-term relationships, mindset continues to shape experiences. Even after years together, approaching a kiss with renewed intention keeps it meaningful. Small gestures of care and presence show that the relationship is still valued. Passion and playfulness can be maintained when both partners choose to stay emotionally engaged. In summary, mindset and intention shape the experience of a kiss in powerful ways. Being mentally present increases awareness and emotional intensity. A kiss given with care, passion, or playfulness triggers stronger emotional and physical responses. Psychological anticipation builds excitement before the moment happens. Mutual desire creates harmony and a magnetic feeling that draws partners closer. The mind and body work together to turn a simple action into a meaningful memory. When intention is sincere and presence is complete, the kiss becomes unforgettable, not just because of physical contact, but because of the emotional energy behind. The power of anticipation is one of the strongest forces in human attraction and emotional connection. Sometimes, what happens before the kiss feels even more intense than the kiss itself. The waiting, the wondering, the slow closing of distance. These moments create emotional electricity. Anticipation is the feeling of expecting something exciting. It builds desire in a gentle but powerful way. When two people allow anticipation to grow naturally, the experience becomes deeper and more memorable. The mind begins to imagine what will happen next, and that imagination increases emotional and physical responses. Slow buildup is important because it gives emotions time to develop. When attraction grows gradually, it feels more meaningful. Small moments, like sharing a quiet laugh, holding eye contact for a few seconds longer than usual, or standing a little closer than before, create subtle tension. This tension is not negative. It is exciting. It is the kind of tension that makes the heart beat slightly faster. When people rush into a kiss without this buildup, they may miss the emotional journey that makes the moment powerful. The journey toward the kiss often carries as much emotional weight as the kiss itself. Lingering eye contact plays a central role in anticipation. When two people look into each other's eyes and do not immediately look away, it creates connection. Eyes communicate feelings that words sometimes cannot express. A soft, steady gaze can signal interest, curiosity, and desire. When eye contact lasts longer than normal, both people become aware of the possibility of something more. That awareness builds excitement. The brain begins to focus on the other person fully. In those few silent seconds, anticipation grows naturally. Soft smiles also add to the emotional buildup. A gentle smile can communicate warmth and openness. It reassures the other person that the connection is mutual. Smiling during moments of eye contact increases comfort and reduces fear. This balance of safety and excitement is important. When people feel safe, they allow themselves to feel desire more freely. A soft smile says, "I enjoy this moment with you," without speaking. That unspoken message strengthens anticipation. Pauses are another powerful tool in building tension. In modern life, many people move quickly from one action to another. But when it comes to intimacy, slowing down can make everything stronger. A brief pause before leaning closer allows both partners to feel the moment fully. In that pause, time seems to slow down. The mind becomes focused on what might happen next. That short space between movements increases excitement. The pause creates emotional suspense, and suspense makes experiences more intense. The brain loves anticipation because it is connected to the reward system. When we expect something pleasurable, the brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is often called the reward chemical because it creates feelings of motivation and excitement. Interestingly, dopamine increases not only when we receive a reward, but also when we expect it. This means that the waiting period before a kiss can sometimes feel just as thrilling as the kiss itself. The brain enjoys the buildup. It prepares the body for pleasure by increasing alertness and sensitivity. This process explains why slow moments feel powerful. When anticipation builds gradually, dopamine levels rise step by step. Each small sign, eye contact, closeness, a gentle touch, adds to the excitement. By the time the kiss happens, the emotional intensity is already high. The kiss then becomes the release of that built-up energy. Without anticipation, the emotional peak may feel lower. With anticipation, the experience feels amplified. Not rushing is important for this reason. When people move too quickly, they skip the emotional preparation that makes intimacy meaningful. Letting the moment breathe allows both partners to feel comfortable and ready. Comfort strengthens desire. When there is no pressure, attraction grows naturally. Taking time shows patience and respect. It signals that the moment matters. This attention to timing increases emotional depth. Anticipation also strengthens memory. The brain remembers experiences that involve strong emotion. When there is a slow buildup, the mind registers each stage. Later, thinking about the moment may bring back not only the kiss, but also the eye contact, the smile, and the pause before it happened. These layers make the memory richer. A rushed moment may fade quickly, but a slowly built experience often stays vivid. Mutual awareness is key in creating positive anticipation. Both partners should sense the growing closeness. This shared understanding creates harmony. When both people feel the tension and respond in small ways, leaning in slightly, maintaining eye contact, softening their expressions, the connection feels balanced. Mutual anticipation is more powerful than one-sided desire. It feels like both people are moving toward the same moment together. Anticipation also increases emotional value. When something is not immediate, it feels more special. Waiting builds appreciation. In relationships, small delays can increase longing in a healthy way. For example, when two people have been apart and reunite, the anticipation before their first kiss back together can feel intense and emotional. The waiting adds meaning. Psychologically, anticipation creates a sense of possibility. The mind imagines different outcomes. This imagination increases emotional engagement. When people imagine a kiss before it happens, they become more sensitive to every detail. Their senses become sharper. Touch feels warmer. Eye contact feels deeper. This heightened awareness makes the experience stronger. Patience is often underestimated in attraction. In a fast-paced world, slowing down can feel unusual. But slowing down allows emotional energy to grow. Just like music builds toward a powerful note, intimacy builds toward a meaningful moment. The silence before a kiss can feel louder than words. The closeness without contact can feel intense. These subtle experiences shape the emotional impact. Letting the moment breathe means allowing space for natural rhythm. Instead of forcing the kiss, partners can allow their movements to unfold gently. Moving closer, slowly, pausing, noticing each other's reactions, this rhythm creates harmony. When two people move in sync, the anticipation feels smooth and natural. There is no awkwardness because the buildup happens gradually. Anticipation can also strengthen emotional intimacy. The waiting period encourages eye contact and nonverbal communication. These silent exchanges deepen connection. Words may stop, but communication continues through expressions and gestures. This quiet understanding builds closeness even before physical contact happens. When anticipation is present, the kiss becomes something desired rather than expected. Expectation can sometimes reduce excitement because it feels predictable, but desire feels alive and spontaneous. When people crave a moment instead of assuming it will happen, the emotional reward feels stronger. The difference between routine and longing changes the entire experience. In long-term relationships, maintaining anticipation keeps attraction alive. Even couples who have been together for years can benefit from slowing down and building tension again. A meaningful glance across a room, a soft smile before leaning closer. These small gestures bring back excitement. Anticipation prevents intimacy from feeling mechanical. It keeps emotional energy fresh. In summary, the power of anticipation lies in its ability to increase excitement, deepen emotional connection, and strengthen memory. Slow buildup, lingering eye contact, soft smiles, and thoughtful pauses create tension in a positive way. The brain responds to anticipation by releasing dopamine, making the moment feel rewarding even before it happens. When people do not rush and allow the experience to unfold naturally, the kiss becomes more than just a physical act. It becomes the satisfying release of shared emotional energy. Anticipation turns a simple kiss into something both partners truly crave, making it unforgettable and deeply meaningful. Emotional safety is one of the most important foundations of deep and meaningful intimacy. A kiss feels unforgettable not simply because of physical contact, but because of how safe both people feel in that moment. Emotional safety means feeling accepted, respected, and valued by your partner. It means knowing that you will not be judged, pressured, or misunderstood. When two people share this kind of security, their connection becomes stronger and more intense in a natural way. The intensity does not come from force or speed. It comes from comfort, trust, and mutual desire. When a person feels emotionally safe, their body relaxes. Relaxation is very important for pleasure and connection. If someone feels nervous, pressured, or unsure, their body may become tense. Tension blocks natural emotional and physical responses. But when there is trust and reassurance, the body responds freely. Breathing becomes steady. Movements feel smoother, and the mind focuses fully on the present moment. This relaxed state allows feelings to grow deeper. A kiss shared in this environment feels warmer and more genuine. Trust is the heart of emotional safety. Trust grows over time through honesty, kindness, and consistency. When partners keep their promises and show care for each other's feelings, trust becomes stronger. In a trusting relationship, both people know they can express themselves openly. They do not fear rejection or criticism. This openness creates emotional closeness. When a kiss happens in a space built on trust, it feels meaningful because it represents that shared foundation. No pressure is another key part of emotional safety. Pressure can come in many forms, such as feeling rushed, expected, or obligated. Even subtle pressure can reduce comfort. True intimacy cannot grow under pressure. It grows when both partners feel free to choose the moment. When there is no force or expectation, desire becomes authentic. A kiss that happens naturally, without pressure, feels more powerful because it is based on mutual willingness. Fear of judgment also weakens emotional connection. If someone worries about how they look, how they move, or whether they are good enough, they cannot fully relax. Emotional safety removes this fear. When partners accept each other completely, including imperfections, they create space for vulnerability. Vulnerability means allowing yourself to be seen emotionally. It means showing real feelings without hiding behind walls. Vulnerability may seem fragile, but it actually strengthens connection. When someone feels safe enough to be vulnerable, their emotional responses become deeper. This vulnerability increases passion. Passion is not only physical excitement. It is emotional intensity combined with trust. When two people allow themselves to feel openly, their experiences become more powerful. A kiss shared in vulnerability carries emotion beneath the surface. It is not only about lips touching, it is about hearts opening. This openness creates warmth and depth that cannot be forced. The nervous system responds differently depending on emotional safety. When someone feels safe, their body shifts into a calm state. In this state, positive hormones like oxytocin are released. Oxytocin strengthens bonding and affection. It creates feelings of closeness and warmth. When both partners feel secure, their bodies naturally move toward each other. The kiss feels fluid and connected. In contrast, if someone feels unsafe or anxious, stress hormones may block pleasure. This shows how emotional security directly influences physical experience. True intensity is often misunderstood. Many people think intensity comes from speed, strong movements, or dramatic actions. But real intensity comes from depth of feeling. A slow and gentle kiss can feel more powerful than a rushed one because it carries emotion and presence. When partners take their time and stay connected emotionally, the experience becomes richer. Slowing down allows both people to notice small details, the warmth of skin, the rhythm of breathing, the closeness of bodies. These details create lasting memories. Comfort allows partners to explore closeness naturally. When both people feel secure, they are not worried about mistakes. They can adjust to each other's pace. They can communicate through small movements and respond to each other's signals. This mutual awareness builds harmony. Harmony makes the kiss feel balanced and satisfying. Mutual desire is essential for emotional safety. When both partners clearly want the same thing, there is no confusion or imbalance. Desire feels stronger when it is shared. Knowing that your partner genuinely wants to be close to you increases confidence. Confidence increases relaxation, and relaxation increases pleasure. This cycle strengthens emotional and physical connection. Emotional safety also deepens communication. Even without words, partners can sense each other's feelings. Eye contact, gentle touches, and soft expressions communicate reassurance. When someone feels understood without having to explain themselves, emotional intimacy grows. A kiss shared in this understanding feels meaningful because it reflects connection beyond the physical. Over time, emotional security strengthens relationships. Small moments of safety build trust. Consistent kindness and respect create stability. In this stable environment, affection feels natural and effortless. A kiss becomes an expression of ongoing love rather than a single event. It represents shared history, shared growth, and shared commitment. Emotional safety also allows forgiveness and healing. When misunderstandings happen, partners who trust each other can resolve conflicts with patience. After resolving tension, a kiss can feel especially meaningful. It symbolizes reconnection and reassurance. The intensity in such moments comes from emotional depth, not from physical force. When both partners feel secure, their energy aligns. They move together comfortably. There is no need to impress or perform. Authenticity replaces pressure. Authentic connection feels stronger than any dramatic action. The warmth of trust makes every touch feel more significant.